Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the SWRA podcast, where aging, wellness, and wisdom intersect. I am Maggie, your host, and I am delighted to have you on. If this is your second, third, fourth time listening in, welcome back. And if you are a new listener, I welcome you. How are you doing today, sis? Seriously. As we embark on this new season of life, what are the things that give you pause? What are the things that you worry about? I know every so often I worry about the what ifs. What if I get sick? What if Social Security dries up? What if something happens to my kids? There is a lot we can worry about, but worry doesn't do us any good, does it? What we can do is position ourselves to be in the best position that we can to withstand what is to come. You know, having our doctors taking care of ourselves so that we can reduce the likelihood that we will get sick. Although with an aging body, anything is possible. I keep telling you that. And people say, oh, Miss Maggie, you're so morbid. I'm not. I'm just a realist. I'm a realist. But in addition to having our doctors doing your screening, which, I'm not a big fan of, but trying to kind of stay ahead of the game so that when things happen, not if, when things happen, we are in a position to manage it. One of those things that we worry about is our living conditions. I live on the 30th floor of a high rise. I'm here alone all the time. And I am aware that if something were to happen to me, I have a fall, I pass out, or whatever, I'm going to be in here by myself. And who knows when someone will come, knock on the door, or force the door open to check on me. That's one of the things that gives me pause. But, when you do the pros and cons, I really don't have a choice because even if I were to be at home back in the US, I would be in a house all alone, all alone. So that loneliness, physical loneliness, is something that we deal with. It's got its own set of challenges, right? Because in the US, we buy the emergency alert button. Not that we worry about being alone. I am not afraid of being alone. I love being by myself. I really do. But we know on the side of our, just thinking about it, it's like, yep. So you kind of have become accustomed to, well, they're going to find me here and I'm okay with it, right? And if you're not okay with it, you worry about it, you fret. I'd like to hear your solutions, your whatever you think your options might be. But as we continue to research and ways that we could live better, longer, I'm not necessarily into the longer part, but better, definitely. We want to live better, healthier. Housing or living arrangements are or is, I don't know if it's a plural or singular, is the top concern, one of the top concerns of people who are aging. And I don't even want to make a distinction between aging abroad or aging at home, because to me, it doesn't make any difference. The demographics, people working, it makes no difference whether you're at home or abroad. I made a case in my last video how moving abroad can change your life because you're kind of escaping some of the stress. But living condition is not something that we're prepared for. A lot of us here live alone. I only know of 2 sisters or 4 who are in a co-living situation. And the co-living, traditionally, it's not necessarily older people living together. And I just did a big intro and used up all my time. But a lot of the co-living what I'm beginning to do some research is people who really maybe cannot afford to rent a whole apartment or are transient, and they find these homes. And people who used to buy homes to flip and sell are finding another revenue stream by retrofitting their homes that they have flipped and put like different uh, arrangement, extra bathroom. So people can just buy, rent a room with a bathroom and then they can congregate in the social areas. So that's what I see a lot more of online than older folks making a decision to move abroad. I mean, to live together. So I'm going to continue in the next video, and hopefully I won't be rambling and giving you a long intro, just to tell you that what people are doing as co-living and what co-living could look like for us, the elderly, the ones who are in that tercera edad. All right. So again, put your thinking caps on. I'm hoping to do a Zoom training, not training. It's a Zoom meeting just to share what see people's heads are in this co-living model that we are considering. So I hope you join us and keep listening. All right. Have a good day. Go be a good human. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.